Good morning, evening, or night, Multiverse Mayhem. Today we are talking with Lost Epilogue, also known as Gecko Games. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm pretty good. Glad to hear. Let's get right into it with the first question. Out of the entirety of the over 50 fights, what was your favorite one to watch or fight in?
Well, I have multiple, so I really enjoyed so my fight with the Wrecking was by far one of my favorites of my this is my one of my favorite fights in general because, it really just showed how cuz I recently I've been thinking that I've been falling off a lot, but my fight with the Wrecking really showed me that I'm improving. So that was really fun to fight in. And Wrecking, he's a really good fighter too. I mean, there was a lot of people who were saying how I was going to lose and stuff, which, I don't really listen to that stuff. And Rico helped me too. He was talking to me about all that stuff, but
Yeah.
I wasn't at the fight. I wasn't really, focused on winning it. I was just trying to fight. But my fight with Wrecking was one of my favorites. Donnie and Golf Wang and Wilkes. And then Donnie and Wilkes too.
Mm-hmm.
Those two options fights, and then trying to remember who. Hold on, what's this fight? Kirby's fight. It's I'm not. It wasn't his. It wasn't his. Okay, it was one. I think it was his first fight he did, and then Chaos's versus P Fudge. It was pretty sick too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I read about it.
Chaos was fun to watch no matter what.
P Fudge was funny as hell, dude. P Fudge is Deadpool as hell too, so.
Mm-hmm. What about when it comes to your experience? What was the hardest fight to win or to just fight in?
Well, considering I'm pretty sure the training is another question, so I'll wait until that. I didn't win any fight because, I didn't win any fight. My first fight was against Silver, and I lost that because I was getting kind of cocky and stuff, so I was underestimating him a lot. But that was my downfall. That's how I lost it. But honestly, dude, Silver, he's a really good fighter. I want to fight him again sometime because his Shigaraki's really good, and he was probably one of my more fun fights too I've done. And hardest probably Wrecking Ball too, because Wrecking Ball, he's a good ass fighter too, and that's when I was giving it my all in performance. And Baron, a lot of people after that fight were complimenting me, so I was really happy after that. But yeah, probably Wrecking Ball I'd have to say.
Yeah. I'd say that you have definitely shown that your reputation is a little off these days.
Oh, yeah. Maybe this was a year ago. It would be kind of, not even a year ago, a little over a year ago. It'd be, where it stands. But I feel like a lot of people just, look at someone for what they've done before and just because honestly, the only stuff I did before was have have an ego. So
yeah,
and that's that's 2 years ago at this point, and people still somehow focus on that. But honestly, dude, I'm just sticking with the people who I'm friends with now. And Barry has been a really big I was saying a big part about how I've improved. Rico has helped me a lot. My partner has helped me a lot. My really close friends has helped me a lot. My parents have helped me a lot. And Barry, he's Barry recently, he's been helping a lot with my future fights and stuff. Because right now I'm in a bit of a crossing if I want to keep fighting. Because the Fight Founder community recently, it's gone more down to the toxic side, which is not how it was before, and it's kind of off-putting now, but it's getting better. So, I'm at a 50-50 right now if I want to stay. And I was waiting out till after Absolute Mayhem to make my final choice. And right now it's leaning to keep fighting because, Rico and Barry, they really, they got it through my head. just fight to have fight, just fight to fight. And I'm having fun. That's what I did in the tournament. I didn't really care if I won my fight or not. I had a good ass time. So yeah, that's all. It was really fun.
Yeah. I also think a lot of people downplay decent fighters just because they're not above average.
I think that, I mean, I've received a lot of that. I don't even know why, because I used, a lot of the time when I fight, I lean more into my edge with character and just playing how Sisyphus is, in Ultra Kill. And a lot of that has been what screwed me over a lot, because I used to fight really fast, and a lot of people, some people just didn't like me, which you don't have to like anyone, that's okay. But it's just people just didn't like me, so they just said all a bunch of shit about me, and that's, I think, what gave me not a good reputation. But honestly, I don't care about my reputation, because I only care about the people who are cool with me now and who just don't listen to that shit. So it's whatever. I have a lot of friends in Fight Finder. I have a lot of friends in Mayhem who care for me and stuff. So I'm happy. Yeah. A really big problem is people having a big ego. So when they see someone who they don't like, they just like talk shit. That's like with majority of the popular people in Mayhem and Fight Finder. That's what they do. And it's like, just there's no point. It's a VR game. Like, why do you need to make up lies about people and stuff? It doesn't make sense. So I've been focused on being nice and treating everyone like, just because I've been seeing a lot of new fighters, and all the times I help new people. Like, I want to make sure new fighters have a good experience in Fight Finder.
Yeah.
And also Doomzilla, he's recently joined, and I've been friends with Doomzilla before he went to Fight Finder. And Doomzilla, I kind of like helped him join Fight Finder. I gave him a bunch of tips and stuff. And I don't know, he's one of the nicest kids I've met on this game in general. Like, he's always nice to everyone. Doomzilla is what a lot of people should thrive to be. Just how he acts towards everyone. He's just so kind. He's amazing. He's an amazing kid. Like, I'm excited to see how he grows. And he did really well in the tournament too. Just because he lost the fights like I did, doesn't mean he did. Just because he lost a few fights doesn't mean he's a bad fighter. Everyone loses fights. Like, a really big thing with me is I'm not good at fighting smaller people. That's why my fight with Wrecking and Silver went like not on my side, because when I fight, because Rico trained me a lot, and when Rico fights me and trains with me, he's really big, and all his fighters are not like that small. So I'm better at fighting bigger opponents, because it's just how I can do better, in which I'm training right now to be good at fighting smaller people. But yeah, I always strive to improve. That's a big thing with me. If I lose, I don't take it as like a bad thing. I just take it as I have room for improvement. So
yeah. My seats keep messing up. I don't know why. Tracking's broken. All right. Yeah, it depends. For me, it depends. I have a lot of stuff that can get me going with beating pretty much any size. But, it's whatever.
yeah, you're one of my favorite people to watch fight. You're just so cool when you fight. Like, there's entertaining fighters, and then there's just the people who are just like always cool to see fight. Like, it's just I don't have any words for it. It's just so cool. Because there's some people who really do stage play and what they do, like, because a lot of people in general, like a lot of the like big people in Mayhem in general, are like overhyped, in my opinion, at least. Like, people who I like to see fight, I like to see a lot of people fight. I mean, I don't think there is such thing as a bad fighter, because everybody has potential as everyone else does. Everyone has the same equal potential. It's just that you need to put in the work to get there. That's what I've been thinking all along. So, but yeah, everyone in this room I think is a good fighter. Everyone in here.
My tracking.
And I like seeing them fight.
Well, let's talk about you fighting. When you were fighting and you were trying your best to win, was there something that you wanted to take out, but you were like, oh, better not until later?
Well, so I wasn't really fighting to win, but my first fight against Silver, I kind of rushed my whole transformation stuff. So usually what I do is when I get into a fight and like I'm getting beaten up and shit, because I don't know, I'm trying to get lean more into realisms like a lot because all my main friend group, they're realism fighters, so they're trying to get me into that. So, but I kind of rushed my phase 2 and my quicker attacking because once I get into my phase 2, I focus more on fighting fast and agile, which I need to learn on perfecting that because I'm like usually 4 to 5 meters, not like 3.5 to 5 meters when I fight. So I'm pretty big. I'm bigger than a lot of people when they fight. So I need to like work on that because I mean in the tournament I was doing good. I was getting a lot of tips, and I did everything in the tournament. I did like all the goals I had to do in the tournament. I did. I was really happy how I left the tournament. I wasn't mad that I lost because I don't really care about losing that much anymore because it's not that serious anymore because it's a game. All I care about is having fun. I was having a lot of fun, so that's all with me. But if something I wanted to use, I couldn't use. Well, with my fight with Wrecking Ball and Silver, I wasn't able to use. Well, no, my fight with Silver, which might have made me win that. I didn't use the terrain to my advantage because I don't use OVR when I fight. But a lot of the times when I do is if I'm almost off the stage, I act like I'm about to like fall, and then I use something that I have on the avatar to counteract that and then go at my opponent. That's what I did with Wrecking Ball. I did with a lot of people that helped with me winning. With Silver, I was just I was just being a hit monkey. That's literally what I was being. And people who don't know what a hit monkey is, it's just
Oh yeah.
So it's not really the best, but my fight with Wrecking Ball was really fun though. Like I really improved doing that. So there's nothing I didn't do that I regret not doing. It's just how I could have done better during my first fight. I know I could have done, so I can work on that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's really all.
Before the fight that knocked you out, what were you feeling? They called your name down, you're walking up the balcony. What were your emotions?
Well, I had to wait a long time in both instances for my fight, so I was pretty much ready and stuff. There was not really, but I don't know. I know Wrecking Ball was like nervous to fight me, and I was nervous to fight Wrecking Ball too. But I had a lot of people saying, I can beat Wrecking Ball, but I was really just staying away from a lot of people during my in the second day of the tournament because I didn't really want to let that get to my head, saying, "Hey, you can beat this guy." No, like I wanted just to fight have a fair fight and see who wins. So I just was on my own. But I don't know. It was kind of surreal though because the whole arena was different and just walking up with the AM branding was really cool.
Yeah. More definitely put a lot into that. Real nice of him to do that. Did. How about when you were knocked out?
I was upset myself when I lost a Silver, but like I said, Barry and Wrecking Ball, they kind of they helped me with that. And then when I lost to Wrecking, I wasn't upset. I mean, was I upset that I made it less far than I did in Absolute Mayhem 2? Yes, I was, because I made it pretty far in the second Absolute Mayhem. But at the end of the day, I can't really get mad because I got put up against a good fighter and I had a good fight. So if I got mad, I'd be getting salty that I didn't win. But I'm not salty that when I had fun. So yeah, that's really all. It was cool. And the day I got knocked off of the tournament was my 1 year anniversary with my partner. So, if I was happy either way. So it's really,
Nice.
it was like cool. I was kind of happy I got out so I could spend time with them. So that's really all.
Well, that's good. I'm happy for you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Well, did you learn anything?
I did. Did I learn anything? Well, I met new people. Like in the tournament, I became close with a lot of people, which is really cool. So I have a lot of I have more friends and stuff I can talk to, which is cool. I like having friends. And I learned though, don't underestimate your opponents, because a lot of the people you underestimate are the good fighters. Like,
Oh yeah.
not so yeah. And I wasn't really underestimating Silver. I was more or so just like in. I was I don't know what's the word. I was like in a mood. I was like in a fighting mood. So I was like,
Mhm.
I was just in a fighting. So I wasn't really underestimating anyone. I was just in a fighting mood. So I was like, I'm gonna win this. So I was telling myself this, but like, I don't know. Just never underestimate. Fight to have fun. Which a lot of people, like, this goes for like I think 80% of the people who fight in Fight Finder. They need to learn that losing doesn't make you a bad fighter. And a lot of the times, if you lose a good fight and yet the fight was good, it makes you a better fighter. So,
Yeah.
because a lot of people, this community is very competitive, like extremely competitive. So you just need to learn not to get the competitive, like not get that to your head. Like, don't be that
Oh, yeah.
competitive, because a lot of the time it gets to your head and then you just do something stupid and just, I don't know, something, whatever, just something happens,
Yeah, I would say I fight because it's fun, but winning is definitely a nice cherry on top, I will say.
Yeah, and that's
Makes
all
you
winning
feel
should be.
good.
It should just be like, it's an extra bonus. Like, I won. That's cool. But, unless it's like a terrible fight, like a really bad fight, because there's,
Yeah.
I like to say there's no bad fights, but there's definitely a lot of bad fights with people who just don't know what they're doing. Because I used to own one of the big three groups of Fight Finder, which is Underground Arena, which is like really old. That's like back then.
That's
Like
like
way
third
back then.
generation
Like,
Fight Finder.
no, this is third. That's like that. That's first gen.
No, third
First
generation
generation fight.
Fight Finder. First generation Multiverse Mayhem.
Oh yeah, that's like that was probably second. No, it was the
So
group was
when
made second.
It wouldn't be
Underground made
second
it.
generation Fight Finder. Me and Baron actually went over this. So we got first generation is fighters like Mort, Gormunder, them. Second generation is me, Freddy, Baron, Raven, Jinju.
Yeah, I was fighting before Mayhem.
Third generation is like Juggernaut, Doomsday, Sir Crusader. Fourth generation is Totonak, Rox, and then fifth generation is Golfwing and Pixie. So, like, that kind of.
Yeah, but yeah, Underground was like a really big group, and it wasn't really the best group because I was young, and I was not really the best candidate for a group runner. But it got really big really fast, and then
Yeah.
it was with Mayhem, Underground, and Holograms. Those were the big three back then. So then, but like during my time, like being able to judge fights, I saw a lot of really bad stuff because people just hit monkeys, spammers who just put all the particles at once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Doesn't
feel
help
like
that I
a
was a
lot of those
quest
big groups
person back
really
then.
they grew fast, but then they fell fast. I haven't seen a lot of Holograms. I haven't seen a lot of Venus Industries. King Chaos Arena has
Well,
been doing pretty okay.
yeah, King
Underground
Chaos
Arena's
is
just
it
gone.
has a lot of people don't like it. I don't know why people don't like it. I mean, I understand some
A
reasons
lot of
people don't
people
like
say
it.
that it's biased towards Delta Rune characters. I've never fought there, so I
If you
wouldn't
think
say.
about it, if you ever think about it, every group is biased because there's always biasing, and there's everyone's biased towards something. So like, yeah, that's what I like to say. But
Oh well.
there's I don't know about Venus, because Venus isn't really a group anymore because of some controversy that happened with Zarvi.
Well, Skylinks
but
is
we
remaking
don't talk
it.
about that. Yeah, I think it's called Project Center now. So I'm excited to see how that works, because I'm working the staff there, so it's cool. That's really cool. I like
let's
how
get
that's
back
your
into
branding.
it. What would you do?
Okay.
Or not? What would you do? What did you do to get ready for the tournament when it comes to training?
So I think as when the fights was announced, like 2 days before, I was on a 1 week trip at Universal. I got home, the stuff was announced from the stuff, and then I went on another trip. And then when I got home, it was 2 days before the tournament, and I was just sleeping because my sleep schedule was fucked. So I didn't train at all. I was on vacations like majority of the time, so I couldn't train at all. And when I did, I could have trained when I got back, but all I was doing was sleeping, and that messed up my sleep schedule. So when I did fight, I was like, I had like 2 or 3 hours of wake, and I'm a really heavy sleeper. So when I wake up, it's not that easy to wake up. So
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I was really tired after doing a lot of the tournament, but
I don't have any vacations this summer because I've got a big one coming up for the school year. So I was completely free. Real nice.
yeah, I'm hoping the next AM I get to train and practice more stuff for. That'd be really cool. Because I don't have school. I do online school, so I work from home.
There's a bit of talk saying that there may not be another absolute mayhem after Baron leaves, but I'm hoping that if it starts to go to,
I believe RGG and Toto.
I have faith in
they have
RGG
Mayhem in good
and Toto.
hands.
Yeah, they'll definitely pick a new admin to fill in Baron's role, and I hope they pick correctly.
Yeah, I hope they don't pick someone who is just popular. I hope they pick someone who's good for the thing, because a lot of what a lot of groups do is they give command to popular people and not people who fit the thing.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping I'm hoping good stuff mayhem.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and skip to the final one. We've kind of gone over this. These are a few. Yeah. Final one here. We've got. After the tournament, who are you?
Honestly, after the tournament, I feel like, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm the same person, but I'm a different person at the same time, because I learned a lot of stuff from the fights being announced, from when I got out of it. I met a lot of cool people. I made new friends. I proved what I can do with my 5 wrecking, and just it's just really cool, because a change is a big part of me. Like my celeb post and Mayhem, just really that gives the right words for what kind of fighter I am. I always strive for improvement. I always, root on others. I make sure nobody feels down when they fight. Because, I was at a stage like that before, and it wasn't cool. So, I want to make sure everyone, they have a good time fighting. I want to encourage the new generation of fighters to, give their all.
Yeah.
I've been watching Fight Finder grow, because I've been around when the first roleplay, when it was still a roleplay group, before it came back. Yeah. I've been around for a very long time, and I've been seeing everything grow. It's been really cool. There's been its ups and downs, but everything has its ups and downs. So,
oh yeah. Well then, I think that'll be all that we've got for today. Happy to have you here.
I'm happy to be here.
Oh yeah. That was Gecko, or Lost Epilogue. See you later, Mayhem.